Family, I turned down a $140,000 job opportunity to remain in a contracted tech sales role that I'm in, making probably a little bit over just 1/3 of what that dollar amount is, right? Go figure. So why would I make such a seemingly crazy decision like that? Just to give you a little context, right? I actually went through an interviewing process with a different company and I declined the job offer from them a couple of weeks ago. That pay was around 80K plus with the OTE. I've had people or recruiters inbox me in the past for a couple of other positions that was in like the 6-figure range, and I did not go on an interview with them. And y'all know I like to keep it a buck 100 with you on this channel, Tech Journey with the Warthens. And it's more than one factor that went into this, right? So in terms of me considering giving attention to another job, one of the things is big picture, right? It's me knowing my mission. I think for you have to consider the big picture of where you're going when you are faced with job opportunities. And so an example for me is, my wife and I, we're building a brand at the same time while we're working our W-2 jobs. And part of with that brand is I want to be able to stick very close with integrity and with really being able to teach how to overcome difficult situations and go through them and come out a champion if you can, right? And so a situation that I've been in is I've landed this job in a contracted position with one of what's considered the best companies to work for in tech. Have not received a direct hire position yet. I'm wrapping up my first year in tech sales, working fully remote, and I have managed to really perform at what's considered a pretty high level. Okay, I've finished out this year 2023 in my division as one of these highest rated account executives in terms of my performance out of currently about 40 account executives in this little division that I'm in. So I feel like I'm close, right? And the big picture is part of me didn't want to jump ship and move into another job and me feeling like I left something undone because I really didn't learn the skill that I need to and compete against this good talent that's with the company and actually get that direct hire role. I feel like when I do that, then this is just something more, something greater that I can actually teach the audience in the community that we're involved in, right? Through this branding and through these outlets of media. So for me, it's big picture. It's knowing my mission, and this is something that I take into heavy consideration. Another thing is it's considering my personal life, my work-life balance, right? So knowing big picture, knowing where I'm going, but then also recognizing that if I take a position with another company, then that's another learning curve that I have to go through. Can I do it? You bet I can. But I have invested a lot of time outside of work hours, really working on being good, understanding my product and my craft with this current company that I'm with, right? And where we're going next from a business perspective, me wanting to give more attention to just creative development with our brand in 2024. My wife and I, we just had our 4th child 2 months ago, right? So it's more on our plate. And I don't want to add something else to my plate when I know that I am very close to landing this direct position with the company that I'm with. And when I get it, my pay is going to drastically change immediately, right? Benefits, incredible. Culture, incredible. Leads me to another thing of considering on giving attention to other jobs that, you can consider, and that I'm sure you do consider. It is culture, right? One of the first things that I do when a company or a recruiter writes me is I go on Glassdoor. I begin to Google. I begin to try to get an understanding of what is the culture really like. And if you're in a position where, hey, maybe you're moving into a field where you're going to make way more money, whatever the circumstances, culture may not be that big of a deal for you. But because the culture is so great where I'm at compared to many other companies, that will be hard for me to change and then go to a culture that has lower reviews, right? So what is the big picture for you? What would it cost you with your time, with your relationships, with your family, if you take the job offer that is presented to you, right? Weighing these things out. Do you like the product? That's another thing that I considered, right? When this one company wrote me, and this company looks like a pretty promising company. The recruiter who wrote me seems like a very great individual. It's just that part of it is the product that they have. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm not interested in that, right? And I was thinking about showing entertainment because the pay was 140,000 plus expected. I was going to show some attention to that, but then my wife was like, no, like, you're not going to like selling that, and plus, you can make more, or you're going to make more money with the company that you're with now, right? And so I have the opportunity to make good money with the company that I'm with if I'm performing on a high level. And then even still, all of this is still speculative, right? Because, part of it is based on performance. It's based on studying Glassdoor and trying to figure out, okay, what do these direct hires really do get paid? But nevertheless, I feel like that the return is so much greater on if I just wait it out and continue to fight and compete at a very high level, which will demonstrate to me that I have the ability to acquire the skills that's needed, compete on a high level. And then I feel like that'll do so much more for the brand. I feel like that'll do so much more in the value that I can actually add to your life based on what I'm able to overcome and accomplish. And I just really believe that it will be a testimony of the grace of God on this situation in my life. So let me know, what are your thoughts? Do you think that I am absolutely nuts? Do you have more questions for me? Drop them in the comments. Go ahead, if you haven't done so and you appreciate the video and the transparency, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we will see you on the next video.